ding, 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 ding.
Is that the dance that goes with it?
I had to do the It's a Wrap. It's a wrap.
So I guess we're just gonna start at the top with what
Let's
happened
start
at the
top, y'all. It is a wrap. 1 down, 4 to go. 1 down, 4 to go. All right, so hey boo-boos, how's my babes? Y'all good?
Had a good week, everybody.
Oh yes, good week so far.
Went by really fast. It's amazing to me how quickly these days, these weeks, and these months are just blinking and it's over.
March. We're in March. Like that.
It's the 3rd. It's the 3rd of March. It's not just March. It's the 3rd. And my brother's birthday's tomorrow. So let me give my brother Mel a shout out. Happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday.
In our first episode, one of our first episodes of doing this was this week. Was that on his birthday?
That's right. And he came to visit and he all got in. Yep. So
damn, Chris, your memory is good, son.
Well, I was just looking at episode. We started with episode 9 of the Mass Atlanta, and then I was watching the beginning, and you stopped it and we're like, just want to give a shout out to him. I was like, oh, so that's what it's. Look, I just looked at it, so it's not my mind. I remember everything, and I know everything that goes.
I remember your grandmother's birthday always.
Whose grandmother?
I didn't know Melvin's birthday, huh?
Oh, you always remember my grandmother's birthday. Yes, of course. Yes. So it's a wrap for Dommy and Matt.
Let's go at it.
Let's go at it. Look at here. I don't care what anybody says. I'm still Team Dom. She listened to her gut. She, unlike Arris, unlike Kirsten, unlike Gina, and now I'm adding Chris to the mix, that they're just going to do the most and maintain until decision day where they're like, yeah, it's not you, it's me. I'm out.
Well, go, Chris. Tell me why you're shaking your head. I mean, I get why you're not Team Dom, but I want to, because I'm Team Dom.
She's too immature.
She's 25. I don't hold that.
Yeah, I know. She's too immature for the whole process. She's too immature. She didn't want to be in the first place. And second of all, if you're going to be in the thing, then be in it and give it a chance. Not to cut things right after you have. He has done nothing to her, like Chris did, like all these other people. Then, if you're going to be in this process, you got to give it a chance. You don't hate him. You just may not want to marry him. Wait the 8 weeks out and be like, you know what? I've seen enough. I'm done.
I know. I have to disagree about waiting the whole 8 weeks out. I'm like, to me, that's just more torture for no reason at all. I'd rather you cut me loose at the very beginning if you're not feeling me than hold on for 8 weeks just for a show.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, but that's what the show's about. That's what you contracted to do the show. Then if you don't think that you can last with whoever it is, I don't care. I don't care, but that's part of the show. That's part of the show. When you say, I'm going to give this what it is, as much time as possible. He didn't do anything abusive to her. He didn't do anything that any of these other people have not done. At least give the process a chance. She's 25 and be like, I'm not gonna even willing to give maybe. And when she goes maybe to the rest of the group, she doesn't have the fucking balls enough to be like, no, I'm not doing it.
No, she was correct in what she said. She said they put her on the spot and then they were all glaring at her and
yeah. So
all right. Okay.
She should stick to her guns and be like, no, we're divorced. I don't want to be with him.
Chris, but wow. I'm like, y'all two are going in, and I'm sitting here like this with us, like, can y'all
like this?
I'm like, shut your mouth. I got to click my girl in.
Who are you talking about?
Oh, we just started with Dom and Matt.
And Dom and Matt.
of course.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Vanessa. Go ahead, Nancy.
Yeah,
Before you
I'm
hear
putting
anything,
it. So it's not an age thing because I was reflecting. I was like, I was 23 when I got married. I had my first kid at 24. I was managing a household and a kid and a marriage. So it has nothing to her with her being immature and too young. She just did not want to be in it. She did not get who she thought she just seems apathetic to the whole thing. Like she didn't care at all. So her personality is just a drag. I mean, she smiles through everything. Have you noticed that everything is a smile, and everything that bothers her is a smile, and even when she gets hurt, it's all a smile. So I'm on his side.
But not for the reasons you said, Chris. Not for
I don't care what the reason. I don't care.
No.
Tanya, we got to double team them because we're not going to let brothers and sisters double team us.
That's right. We good.
Why do you think that she was like genuine in terms of like wanting to try to make anything work?
I just think she
was at the dinner.
Go ahead.
Everyone's been done at one point, Tanya. Everyone's been done. Gina was done. Clint, whatever his name is, Chet, whatever his name was done. People have been done, but at least giving the process, they put you together for a reason, even though I don't believe in that they should have been together in the first place. But at least do the process. At least, did they have sex? They had sex, right?
No.
They didn't have sex?
She did not want that.
Nobody, only Chris and
Oh, and Nicole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris and Nicole had sex. Okay.
Okay, you go ahead, Tanya.
I agree with Vanessa with the whole, I didn't like the whole, you were just too young. Like when Pastor Cal was egging her on that, like maybe it just wasn't for you. You were just too young. And even on the after party, Dom had expressed it and was like, I feel judged. And I get that. She's like, I feel judged just because I'm 25. Like I'm not ready for this. She is ready for this. I respected what she said when she said, I had to go with my gut and what I was feeling at the time. And he just wasn't it. And she was whipping out the receipts. And Nicole and Jasmine backed her up on that. How he was acting off camera and what he was saying to her off camera, as opposed to when they were on camera, like the whole, when they had that little group shindig and they showed up and she Dom was like, it was agreed with me and Mac that we would go down there and we'd be like, we're getting a divorce and this is that and da da da. And he ended up playing the victim, talking about, has anyone had sex? And then went into the whole, when they decided they were going to get a divorce, he started playing the victim and making her look bad instead of like coming together and saying, we both decided together we were going to get a divorce.
He said that we decided together. He said that.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah, that's the first thing he said.
He did say it, but he kind of backtracked it too.
He said, we decided to separate, even though it was her who said it. So he was protecting her to a certain extent by saying we.
Right.
But regardless, I'm on her team. Look, again, like we've talked about this before, her mother signed her up.
Right.
She didn't sign herself up. Her mother signed her up. And I think she was just, as we all agree, she was doing it to appease her mother. This wasn't the guy for her.
Right.
And I am truly of the, if I'm 25 years old and you're 35 years old, you got a whole decade on my ass, then I could learn something. I'm going to need to learn something from you. I'm not trying to take care of you or bring you up. It's not a good look as a man. 35. Okay. He's 34. So he's damn near, he's like 34.
He's not young. Okay.
And all I'm going to say to Lifetime is end it. They've decided to get the divorce. They showed up for the little community potluck.
Right.
Now I don't want to see Dom and Mac again. for the rest of the season. When I don't want little pop-ups when they have
how they did with
I don't like they did with Chris and I'm a good person. No.
Oh my God.
I don't want to see them ever again. Not on the after party, not on the show. They can come to the reunion. That's it. They don't need to come back during the season. I'm over them. Let them go.
Okay. I didn't forget half of what I was going to say now. But anyway, I'm too old for that one. One, this seems, even though we don't know a lot about Mac, it seems on brand. Of course he would get married to somebody who wants to divorce him 2 weeks later, because his life is he just does things randomly without thinking things through from his mother, and this just kind of falls right into that bag of, so this is on brand for him. Two, I'm kind of on the fence about, is she too young? Because like you, Vanessa, I got married young, I was running a household, I had a child, blah and everything, but I will say I do think she is too young because she's too spoiled. Like with you said, okay, you got married young, you had a child a year later. That kind of made you grow up a little. I know it made me grow up a lot. She's still thinking in the mindset it's just her. So she's selfish and she's spoiled. Yes. So, and she's young on top of that. So yeah, I see her doing this. This is on brand for her age. She did it for her mother, which I'm glad she was able to say, you know what, I still don't want this. But that lunch that she had with her mother, see, I didn't know all the other stuff was like really true. Because I was like, that's how I would tell the story to my mother too. Lying my ass off, exaggerating a lot of stuff. He was so mean and so negative. And she just made it seem like, he was completely at fault. And I do believe it was both of them. But I'm going with Team Dom only because I'm more upset with the experts. When he said, you are, you kind of think that maybe 25 is too young for you to get married. Well, sir, you were the one interviewing her. You were the one picking people. How are you going to say she was too young and you picked her?
Yeah.
Right.
For him.
Right.
So I was just like, you are full of it on that one. But yeah, so I was very happy that she said no, because I really thought she was going to stay. Because I think I said it last week. She's going to stay because I thought I saw them in another clip, but I was glad she said no and ended it. But let me ask you a question, Vanessa. This is what I was saying to Chris. Is it better that she stay the whole 8 weeks and just, you know what, I know I don't like this person and I don't want to be with him, or just cut it off now? Because I think it's best you just cut it off now.
Agreed. I mean, but you can tell she wasn't into it. From the first, I mean, I think they were attracted to each other for a little bit, a hot second.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's best that they move on. And she just whines all the time, or just that tone drives me crazy. I mean, I wanted to fast forward, but I knew I had to watch because I needed to know everything. But yeah, she sounds like she's a spoiled kid who's always gotten everything that she wanted. And even her conception of him being negative, like, everything was, it's one of those people when you say something like your tone, like the tone, there was no tone, like, oh, there was a tone, like, you know what I mean? So her perception of what is negative and what she can't stand, that scale is, I think, skewed. So I'm glad they called it quits.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that Rudy Huxtable gave her great advice on the after party. She was like, she didn't judge her. All she said to her was, enjoy this time that you have. You are 25. You've got a lifetime to find the love of your life, marry him, have babies, whatever you want to do. And I love the advice that she gave her. She's like, just have your fun. Do you?
And I thought too, I did not like, and I agree with her, when they were at the couples luncheon thing or whatever, that they were not too hard on her, but pressing her too hard to stay. If she said what she wanted to do,
they all want to leave.
To
leave.
Thank
This thing. You can't leave. Not me. Oh man, now I got to make a decision too.
Misery loves company.
Exactly.
Misery loves company.
Someone's had red hair. They all want to get out. They're like, oh man, now there's a way. There's a possibility. I can see now.
If we all leave, the show is over.
Gina's chopping at the bit with both her lips, going, "Oh, I can do that too." They're all ready to go.
Because she tried.
Collective misery. Besides,
she tried. Gina tried. She tried to leave. And Pastor Cal was like, "No."
So Gina have left too? Because she definitely doesn't want to be with him.
Yeah, she should. Well, I mean,
do the same thing. She should do
the
same thing that Dominique did.
Let's transition to Gina and Clint now.
Wait. One quick
Are we done with Dom and Mac? Huh?
One quick thing. The difference is that Gina is a better actress than Dom was. Dom was not faking the funk at all, and her tone was horrible. So, and she had that 25-year-old I know everything tone. So no, she couldn't fake it like Gina can. Gina got that edge on her. So that no, she could go through the 8.
Yeah, but if Gina doesn't want to be there either, and you know that's not going to work out.
Well, like you said, she's faking it. She's not in it. They're in separate bedrooms. They're not.
So why shouldn't she just quit it now too?
Because she has a salon. She has a salon. Do you not watch? I have a salon. I have a salon. And the first
she wants to splash for her salon.
One of the first clips where they show Gina, where was she? Yeah. In the salon doing somebody's hair. Mm-hmm. So she is all about that. I need to boost, and I ain't even mad for her for doing that because that is genius. If I had my own business like that, I'd be doing the same damn thing.
What does Dominique do for a living, by the way?
It said account manager, so she's sales.
Oh, okay.
But apparently she does very well because she lives alone, not in the basement.
It was a 2-bedroom though in the basement.
Right. We can go to Gina and Clint. You can go to Gina and Clint now.
I don't do basement living for grown ass men. Sorry, I don't give a damn. I mean, the only way I could accept you living in the basement of your mother's or parents' house is if it was you had mama and daddy had a mega mansion somewhere and you're on the east wing in the basement.
All right, let's jump to Gina and Clint.
All right, so okay, Gina and Clint.
I got nothing to say about those two.
I got with you, Chris. I'm like, I got nothing on them. Like, she moved in, she was, Pastor Cal got in her ass and she folded and she moved in. We all know this isn't going to last, even though she kind of gave some glimpse of hope with the housewarming. And it was an all-female housewarming. Like his 2 best girlfriends came, her 2 best girlfriends came, and she was impressed because he was like, "Oh, can I make you a drink? Let's do the little water tattoos, and here's some food and whatever." He held his own. I think she liked that, but really, anybody can do that. He's got a great personality.
Yeah. And how come you don't have any male friends? You don't have any boys to bond with? You got to have one boy. I got boys to bond with. You don't got boys to bond with?
Maybe they don't want to come to the maybe that I don't know.
He needs a makeover. He needs a makeover. That headband action that he had going, I was like, sir, please stop. That was just no. You can pull it off, but not no. He needs a makeover. But I was laughing when he was having his conversation with his friend. And he was talking about how there's like no sexual attraction or no big physical attraction. Sir, change that up. She was not attracted to you. You was attracted to her. He tried to make it like it was a mutual thing. No, she called you a ginger and she is not into your looks at all.
Yeah.
Her dog does love him though.
Mm-hmm. It looks
the
just
dog
like
loves. He takes good care of that dog. The dog loves it. That's a sign of a good man.
That's right.
Is it?
Chris, you said it because it looks just like him. Looks just like him. 2 gingers in the household. Gina got 2 gingers in her household.
Exactly.
Terrible. She's gonna blow dry both their hairs out.
Yeah, again, there was really not a lot. I mean,
It's just not exciting. This season. It's like I watch it, but it's kind of a chore to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a job now for me. I feel it's a job that I'm not getting paid for. It's a voluntary
I
job.
think I'm the only one.
Can I
that
write
really
this off
watched
my
this
taxes?
season.
Oh.
You do?
I do. I don't know. I think yeah, I do. I'm amazed that I was like looking forward to this week and then like the weeks ahead, but I have enjoyed every single episode.
Ooh, child.
I know. I can't believe it. I think it's because maybe it does seem kind of mundane a little, and yeah, I don't know why I like it so much. I'm shocked because last season I was like, these fuckers, I hate them. I'm not watching the show no more. Blah blah blah. But no, I actually like it. So I'm hanging in there. You, Chris? Am I by myself?
No, come in.
I'm watching. I don't even judge anyone. I just watch it for the sake of like, what fuckery. It all starts with the matching up of these people. Kirsten, and that's the only one that really be like, okay, on paper I can see them doing. Clint, even from Clint and Gina at the beginning, she has a salon. He's an adventurer.
Yeah.
How is that going to work?
Right.
He ain't gonna be traveling the world with him. He wants to travel the world. He would take the year off and go. She can't do that automatically just from what they do. That's not going to work. I think the age difference, whatever, because he didn't want what's his name? Dominique and
Matt
Matt didn't want to do shit. Mac is already an old 45-year-old man not wanting to do anything he's already like, no, we have to go out. He doesn't want to do anything. She needed a nice 30-year-old, 29-year-old, that's gonna do. Oh yeah, let's fucking get drunk. And he's already crossed over into the settled man. That's not gonna work.
Say it. He didn't say it. He wasn't specific when he met.
I'm talking about the couples. I'm talking about the matching up of the couples. That was wrong in the first place. They shouldn't have been there in the first place.
But that's
Arris
why didn't Pastor
and
Cal said you lied
Arris
then?
and
Didn't Pastor Cal say then you lied to me?
Yes.
He's like, how can I match you up if you're telling me lies and I can't, if you're not being genuine, how do I know what your interests are? How do I know what you're willing to do? I think that's where he said, listen, you lied to me, Pastor Cal.
Basically, they both lied to him because if you're going to take part of this experiment, then you need to be very honest. Like, don't lie and say, age isn't an issue for me. I don't care about age. Or like Dom said, she wanted an older man, a more older established man, what have you, because she felt she was an old soul, whatever. And then Mac is like, basically just was like, give me whomever. Like, I don't care about race. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. Well, then when you get that, then now it's problematic. So when you people, for future reference, Married at First Sight wannabes, please be honest of what are your deal breakers? What are you
like Kirsten? I don't want a bald man. Don't put him with a bald man then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. As if I was the professional, if that's the worst thing, come on. He checked off everything off of the list. He is an academic. He's educated. He's got a great career. He's got he ticks off.
He wants it all. She deserves it all.
No, he ticks off 9 out of the 10 things she wanted. So now it's just a physicality thing. Now you're just being shallow, Kirsten. Because for me, I'm a beard girl. But if I had all these other check marks on my list and the experts gave me 9 out of 10 and he shows up and he don't have no facial hair, I'm get over that real quick. Because now they've got technology. If you look on TikTok in Atlanta, they can just put some super glue on your face. If I was so obsessive over a goddamn beard, I would just be like, line them up, slap some beard weave on my man's face, line it up with the white chalk. We've all seen it. Don't act like y'all ain't. I'm the only one.
But you want that? You want a dude with a beard?
I was so adamant about a beard. I would be okay with if he checks off 9 out of the 10 things. You're educated. You come from a good family. You have a good career. You own your own property. I need you to level up. I need you to be on the same wavelength as me. But you got no hair on your face. We'll take care of that. Period. On God.
Back to Gina.
I will have him sitting at the barbershop of my choice or his choice, and I will pay for that beard weave all day.
If you can't have it, just don't. I'm all right with that.
Yeah, but if I was, I don't care about that. But if I was obsessive about it, I would pay for it.
And her friends, and that whole dinner thing, which was good or whatever, but I sense them together. They just gonna be friends. They just gonna get through the 8 weeks. There was like, yeah, they had a good time. Even her in like party mode with her friends, there was no intimacy or even interest.
No,
in intimacy from her to him. So she's just gonna like just lay it out for the next 8 weeks. But they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere.
Nope.
Who's next?
What? Wait a minute.
Oh, I thought we were done.
Yeah, listen. Well, we're done, Shahida. You just bypassing over the Williams twins right now.
The Williams twins.
Agreed. Agreed. They're not exciting. They're not into each other. It's boring. No. It's a bore.
Mm-hmm.
I do like him though. I do like him.
I think yeah.
Oh, and
that little clip of them sailing looks like it's going to be fun next week. But you know.
Yeah, I like him. I
think she likes him. Like not love.
He seems like a nice guy. He seems pretty open. He's willing to work at the thing, even though he knows that she's not attracted to him. He apologized profusely about his malaprop of saying what he said. The only thing is also he isn't too many other people's business. When he's like, oh, I don't think you should do that. Like, well, he isn't kind of like. He needs to shut the fuck up every now and then.
Because he's hanging out around with girls all the time. No, let me not say that because that's not cool. Because men gossip 10 times more than women.
But I'm talking about when they're in a group, he'll say, "Oh, you can't do that, or you should do this," or like, "All right, you're 4-year-old, buddy. You have to deal with what's her name."
I think he tries too hard. He just tries too hard.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I'm not going to hold that against him. I think he's just trying too hard. I like Clint. Again, second week in a row. I'm Team Clint. I like Clint. I think Clint.
I do like him better than her. And yeah. I think I'm just holding on to my first impression and I'm going to let it go because honestly, especially after Chris just kind of like pointed out, he's not doing anything to really bad. So I don't know why I'm holding on to that.
And it's not bad because at the end of the day, we're all adults here. We're all grown ass adults. You like what you like. If I get set up on a blind date, which I have been set up on several blind dates in my lifetime, and meet the guy, he could be wicked nice. But he just, I know I was getting the debate whether or not to unleash the Boston and be like, wicked nice, but it just came out wicked nice. But I'm like, there might be one little minor thing about him that I just am not, it just is not for me.
He looks like he stinks.
Well, if he stinks, and
he looks sloppy.
Yeah, I can't do that. But that's fixable. But it's fixable because maybe you might be. Because here's the one thing: you can't fix ugly without surgery, and that costs money. But you can fix bad hygiene, and you can fix bad fashion.
Yeah,
very simple.
How you gonna fix bad hygiene? You gonna wash them?
Oh, I'm not gonna wash him. I'm just gonna show him. You know, some people may not
take their hygiene for themselves. They ain't gonna take their hygiene for you,
Chris.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Who's gonna even brush their teeth? Who said they didn't brush? What was it, last season?
It was,
Oh,
no,
no,
it was
that
this year. It
was,
was Kirsten
It
and
was
Shaquille.
Kirsten, yeah. She said she didn't brush
She
her
does
teeth
it
every
once a
night.
day or something, and he's like, "You don't brush your teeth before you go to bed." She's like, "No."
Exactly.
But do we think she did that? I think we were all in agreement that the only reason why she did that or she said that was because she wasn't trying to.
No, I've met people who said they only brush once a day in the morning and that's it.
Well, then, yeah.
Not at night?
Well, I believe her, huh?
Not at night?
I heard a person say that. One of my
You learn that
coworkers
as a child. Brush your teeth. You learn that as a child, brush your teeth and go to bed. What child does not learn brush your teeth?
Well, there's a lot that don't have that luxury, Chris. Just like hygiene. Certain cultures, I mean, there are certain cultures that their natural scent is like, that's their natural scent. They don't wash like every day. Me, I'm just a germaphobe. I'm a nurse, worked in the hospital. Listen to me. I scrub my hands at least 40 times a day. Even if I'm in the house by myself and I haven't touched nothing, I got to run my hands under some water and some soap. But I'm like, but again, back to the conversation, it's fixable. Like if I met a guy that I was set up with and he checks off all the boxes, but he kind of stinks and he doesn't dress well, I can fix that. If he's willing to work with me, like you can't come in my house stinky and wearing
kind of stinks.
Like I'm gonna show you like here's soap and a rag and wash yourself, wash your bit parts and all the whole 9 yards and all of that. Look, it is what it is. I'm willing to show you how to do it. If you want to be with me, you're gonna have to learn. If you stink, you're gonna have to learn. And if you're a bad dresser, you're gonna have to learn how to dress.
I don't know if I could even go out on a date with somebody that smells like ass. So I don't think we'll get to that point. That is like, if you, no, thank you. You stink, a grown ass man.
I mean, you show up on the date and he's kind of musty, not like smelling like hot, rotten garbage. Like he might be a little musty, but are you going to just leave? Yeah, I would leave.
Yes.
Yeah, I might leave.
Yes.
Yes, I might leave.
Yes.
I'm with you.
Can't even eat your food. Your nose just burning. No.
Okay, we done took it to a whole. We done digressed. All right, so we talked about
all in the ears, crusty.
We talked about Dom and Matt, Clint and Gina. Oh, Jesus.
Kirsten and
Shaq.
Why is she all leaning up on him and all cuddling and the other? Does she not like it? What is she? What's her deal?
She's fake. I told you she's a fraud.
Yeah, but on the little things, he's all like this, and I'm like, what? I don't know. I don't like her.
I didn't get them this week either. I
Look.
don't know. Why do I even like this season? I don't even know how to read. I don't even know how to read her.
I have to give a shout out to the two couples that they had over to their house at the housewarming. Mm-hmm. It was she had her friend and husband, and he had his friend and wife, what have you. And I like the conversation, like the two of them, especially Shaquille's friends, talking to Kirsten about, the husband made it very clear. We were friends. We dated. I was not attracted to her physically. Yeah. And he's like, we can remember the exact day and time that she did something or she said something. And I just looked at her and, it was like an R. Kelly thing. I look at you and you look at me and whatever. And he was like, I knew at that moment that she was the one for me. And he's like, so, you got to work on. I love the advice that was given from both of those couples to each one of them. Mm-hmm. I just don't think Kirsten is in it. I think Kirsten is just playing a part. Like when he was changing her tire, or not changing her tire, making sure that there was proper air pressure in her tire, and she's like recording, and I love that. And I'm just like, really?
Exactly.
Like ain't nobody like your tire wasn't flat. Like, come on, we're able-bodied human beings. You can check your air pressure and put a little in your tire. Stop.
But if you got a man to do that, that's great. So give him that credit, because I'm not doing that. I'm not checking the pressure in my tire.
No, he steps up. He does the role.
let
He's a
him
good
do that.
good guy. She gives me that same low energy, that Dominic same
Mhm.
like flat line, smile at everything, and you don't believe a thing because it's all the same.
Mhm.
Sad, whatever, it's all the same, smiling and low energy.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. We already know that unless Shaq does something amazing between now and decision day, we already know that's the deal.
Grow hair.
Well, grow hair and grow like several inches taller. Grow hair and grow several inches taller.
Be a different person. For Kirsten, that's what he needs to be a different person.
Basically.
I have never seen. Has she ever been in this whole season excited about anything?
No.
Have you ever seen her go, "Oh, I would"?
Nope.
Yeah, she is very but I like her voice. Like she's very low.
I can't stand it. It gives me nothing. It gives me nothing. But
you're all making me feel insecure. Like I need to check myself. Like what's wrong with me?
Yeah, when we done, you need to go grab your bag of popcorn and go look in the mirror for a couple of minutes and have a conversation.
Her voice is very woo-saw to me.
No.
Yeah, but she's not soothing Wusa. She's more like.
But she could be if she was narrating a book.
She could be a lot of things, but she ain't. That's the
difference.
She could be a nice person.
I'm just gonna stop.
She could get over the bald head, but she's not going to.
Let's go to Vanessa's favorite couple.
Oof.
Arris and Jasmine. Let's get ready.
Well, I did like
Vanessa,
the way
Vanessa.
Arris did kind of step up to his cousin, which was, I was pleasantly surprised. He
Really?
did for a little bit, kind of try to state his case that he was mature and that she ticked off the boxes, but that cousin.
But I think he likes that though. I think he likes that. I think there's something about it he likes, because he pushes back a little bit. He's like, oh, okay, you're right. Or not you're right, but he doesn't really go, hey, this is my wife now. We're married. We're part of the process. Step back. If you don't want to come to the thing, then don't come to the thing. I have no problem with that. But you should be supporting me in every way possible. And Jasmine's kind of like, I don't like her. I don't blame her. She's like, I don't do to her. I don't like her. This something. Anyway, so
listen, I'm Team Jasmine on that one, because what you ain't gonna do, I don't care if that's your mama. I am your wife.
Now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm your wife. Legally, I am your wife. And if that was his mother popping off with that simple shit, she ain't coming to the housewarming. Or look, if you want your mama in the house, then I'm gonna take myself out of it. That's just how I work.
She loves his mother. That's the other thing.
Yeah, he loves his mother. His mother's wonderful. Yeah. But apparently the mother, all his people is in Cali. And the only relative of his is Fulani or Fulana, whatever, in Nashville. That's his only blood relative in Nashville is this cousin. So she might be taking advantage of that a little bit, and getting in his ear. I think he should have stood up for his Jasmine, because that even though they are married at first sight, again, bro, you signed up for this and that's your wife and you are a 39-year-old man.
Mm-hmm.
You needed to step up to your cousin and say, look, I'm going to need you. I get it that you're vocal and you're opinionated, what have you, but I need you to respect my wife and shut your mouth. Some things, you just can't say certain things, period. And he's not doing that. But I do like the fact that I will give Arris's cousin some credit. She did say to him,
why are you having sex?
You're not having sex? then do you want to be married? She asked him the important questions.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to still be married? And he's like, yeah, or not still be, but do you want to be married? And he's like, yeah, I want to be married. And she's like, well, then you need to go home
Be a husband.
and have sex, be a husband and have sex with your wife.
Mm-hmm. And she and Jasmine would have been like, okay, well, she got a point on that. She's like, oh yeah, okay, that I can agree with, because she definitely wants just to be attracted to him. He's
What's about Jasmine and what's her name? The other girl, Shaquille's girl.
Kirsten.
Kirsten's the fake one, but Jasmine's being called the fake one.
Right.
And like what the cousin said, her answers are so just scripted or whatever. Just because she's not yelling and all emotional, or is that what you want her to be? She's just very refined and she thinks about what she says. It's not all scripted. I mean, maybe some of the things she says comes off that way, but that's because she's thinking about what she's going to say, and that's not a bad thing. That's a good trait, actually. I was very disappointed in how he did not stand up for her to the cousin, but also when his friends were there. His friends were those two guys.
It looked like the Luigi, Mario and Luigi, the matching hats and the
Girl, Vanessa. When they walked in, I'm like, here we go. They should be down with Team Gina, because I'm like, here come these Negroes with their brand, and now they trying to sell some shit.
Oh my god, that was funny. But yeah, because their advice was well, how do you feel about this? You just married her. They don't understand the dynamics of marriage. They don't understand that once you get married, you still love your family, but you have to be in that marriage, and that person that you marry is number one.
Right.
So I was disappointed in them, but he was just like, he was just, what was I think I wrote a note on something that he did. Oh yeah. Again, when he was, the whole sex thing, I think it was just something he said about when he gets in the bed, he just knocks out and goes to sleep. And I'm like, stop telling people this stuff. You were just disrespecting her entirely by making it saying you're not sexually attracted to her. Just stop saying it. If you don't want her, I would feel better if he would say, you know what, it's just not, I'm not getting hard for you. I just want to go, because it's being very hurtful.
But again, everybody's dogging Dominique for cutting her losses and knowing that this isn't going to work for her. And she's like, I'm out. But it's like, oh, but why couldn't she stay? Why is Arris there? We already know, everybody, even Stevie Wonder, who I still say can see. Even Stevie Wonder can see that this ain't gonna work. Arris has a type. He ain't never going to get over that. He's admitted she will take care of him. She will raise his children. If they had children and he died, this is what he said to Fellaini or whatever the cousin's name is, Falana or whatever.
Fallion, something like that.
Fallina or something.
Fallina, yeah.
For God's sakes. But it's like, he's saying these words and he's like, I know if we had children and if something happened to me and if I died, I know my kids are straight.
Well, you see what happens next episode.
He said to the cousin, I couldn't even say that about people that I've been in committed relationships back in the past. Bro, get over it. Buy her an ass.
But maybe the producers
buy her an ass.
But the producers could be in their ears too. The producers could say, you really can't do that, or we really need to keep this. They could be, holding the carrot saying, maybe they get a bump for money wise too. If you stay in for whatever, you get a certain amount of dollars. If you quit, you won't get that pay. Yeah. That's what they, so who knows really what their motive is. Or maybe they just want to be famous. We're talking about them.
I think he just needs to have sex with her. If he has sex with her and she puts it on him, with all the other things that are going on, like she'll take care of him, which I said in the next episode, my man gets the COVID and she's got to take care of him. So we'll see how that works. But he needs to have sex with her. I think that's his only. What's his problem? She wants to have sex. Well,
She's not his type.
Repulsive to him that he don't want to have sex with her. His wife.
He's not attracted to her.
He's not sexually attracted to her. But again, it goes back to the Kirsten and Shaquille thing. It's a Kirsten and Shaquille thing. If you want a beard that bad, boo-boo, buy him a beard. Boo-boo, Arris, if you want that big giant ass so bad, you take a trip, book a trip to the Dominican Republic and get her a BBL.
I don't even know if that's it, really. Because I wonder, I get people have their types. I get that, or whatever. But she doesn't have a bad body. It's not like she's obese, or it's not like she's super super skinny. I just think that he's just not attracted to her, and I don't think
that's all. That's all it is. It's just the teeth.
I don't think he's attracted to her at all, and I don't think because okay, remember the old Chris in Atlanta? Stop it. Chris in Atlanta, he wasn't attracted to Paige, but he could have sex with her.
Oh yes, he could. Yeah.
And he did.
Plenty of time.
It has to be deeper than just attraction. He doesn't want her, and he's not. I mean, if a man gets in the bed with you and just goes straight to sleep, I would be so insulted. I would ask for the divorce. You're not just gonna sleep on me like that. That's rude.
I really think he's afraid. I really think he's scared.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
He's old.
Yeah, but he's afraid of being in a committed. He's afraid of being in a marriage with and being stuck with his wife. That he's not attracted to. That he wants to have a big booty hoe over here and a big booty over here.
That's what he's saying with his mouth. I don't. Maybe he's the one that's gay. Tanya, you said it about
I said about
this
Clint?
man. There's a woman you got in-house, and she's ready for it, and you don't want it at all.
Yeah, I mean,
here's my take on Arris. I think Arris is caught up. Arris, like most men and women that become of a certain age, he's an engineer. He's not a dumb man. He's not an uneducated man. He's got his shit together, with his career and his education and his whatever. I just think he got caught up because he kept saying it. He's like, I'm 39 years old. Like women do. A lot of women get caught up in that shit. I'm a certain age. I got to get married. I got to have children. I got to do all this. I think Arris might have gotten caught up and was like, you know what? All my friends are getting married. But then again, the two friends that he comes to the housewarming, I don't think they're married. I don't even think they're dating. They might be dating each other, but we don't know. But I'm saying, I think I'm just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's thinking, you know what? I've accomplished everything that I'm supposed to do in my life, with the exception of getting married and having a family. So now I guess I'll just do this and find a wife. And now your wife is, she's not what you wanted.
I don't know. I think it's deeper. It could be that he got caught up, but I just can't imagine just even I keep going back to Chris in Atlanta. He at least would do that much.
Yes.
Didn't want it. He would at least do that much. This dude is like,
there's got to be something.
Not. I don't want it. Unless he got a woman, like something. Like there's been rumored about other women that they just go on there and has a girlfriend. So he's either gay or he has somebody else.
Yeah.
Go in the bed and just go to sleep.
And she wants it.
And she's willing. She is willing and able. She is ready to go. So I don't know I'm not a man, but I know a lot of men. And I'm thinking that if I was a man, I'd be like, yeah, let's do this.
That's what I said 2 weeks ago, but I like her a lot now. So I'm just.
I like her. No, I like her too. I like her. She's a nice person and all that kind of stuff. But
and she's all the things that he says, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's all the things that she says.
She make a great wife.
You still don't want it.
Again, I keep saying flip. Let's wife swap right now and give Jasmine to Shaquille and Kirsten to Arris.
Does Arris have hair? He doesn't have hair, right?
Yeah, he has like a little fade on his head. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm he's suspect to me. Something's going on there.
Kirsten has a big booty, so he might be interested in that big booty. He might be reaching out to Dominique.
I bet you he's more attracted to Kirsten.
And Dominique, because both of them got big juicy booties. I'm just saying.
Who did you say was gay though? That's what I meant.
I thought that Shaquille was gay in the beginning. When I watched it from the beginning, Shaquille was giving me like overly gay tendencies.
Right.
Like he
bow
was
tie, sewing machine. Yeah.
Again, the sewing machine, the bow ties, and the way he was so specific in his apartment or his house, with the way things were lined up. And then when he went to Kirsten's house, Kirsten's fake house, let's just agree that was not Kirsten's living accommodation. She Airbnb'd that, and her friends helped her throw all her shit in the closet because I can't see her closet being that messy.
Yeah.
And the way he literally, he was like clutched his pearls when he walked into her closet. He's like, we're going to have to work on this. Like, oh no. He's like, and he pulled up the hanger with her dress on it. And he's like, how do you hang this up? You hang this up like this? And I'm saying to myself, I ain't never in my whole natural ass life had a heterosexual man come into my life in my closet talking about, TT, why you got your shit hanging like this? But my gay cousins and my gay friends have come into my house and been like, girl, you got to turn this shit around. You got to put your furniture this way, hang your clothes up this way, this, that, and the other thing. It's always been my gay friends that shown me how to properly hang up my clothes. Cause I'm like Kirsten. I just throw shit in the closet. Like my gay friends and my gay family have shown me how to arrange my shoes and get containers and label them, take Polaroid pictures, put them in, Sharpie mark them, hang up clothes in this closet. This closet is for coats. This closet is for sweaters. And that closet is for t-shirts, jeans, and you got to line them up. And child, please, I couldn't do that. And I'm a girl. Terrible. Shout out to my gay family and friends.
So the reason, I don't have anything more to say about Arris. I don't like him. I don't like how he's treating her, and I really feel bad for her. I think she comes from a good family. I think she has good intentions. She
has too many dogs.
Yeah, that
does have too many dogs.
She got a lot of dogs.
She has too many dogs.
Step into someone, if you're not a dog person, and to step into a marriage with someone who has 2 dogs, that would be. But she got 9.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of dogs.
That's a lot of dogs. And I'm a dog person. I'm an animal person. All right. So Vanessa, let me ask you this.
What?
Because you got them big giant dinosaurs. Now, do they sleep in the bed with you?
They do, but that's because I'm single. So normally they would, I do have beds for them that if they sleep on when I'm changing the bed or whatever, but yeah, they sleep with me now, but they didn't always sleep with me.
Okay, so if you met the man of your dreams, and he was like, would you kick them off the bed? If he's like, I love your dogs, but I don't like the dog. I'm not comfortable with the dogs sleeping in bed with us, boo.
Yeah.
Would you like keep them on the floor?
I would definitely make an adjustment because there would be no way that I could get another human being in my bed with those 300 pounds of dog. It's just
That
not
is
gonna work.
true.
A lot of dogs.
That is true.
But it is
That's
important
a
if they get along with the dogs, or they like dogs, or they're not afraid of dogs, because then it's a moot point.
Well, see, I'm a firm believer of animals are the best judge of characters, period. As a former, I had a dog, I had a cat, and now I'm alone. Tear. Anyway, I've always felt that animals are the best judge of character, especially dogs, because dogs know, like when you come around them, and some dogs will shy away, or they might roll up on you, but they might roll up on you at first. And then you're just like, ding, 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 ding. Some might run away, and some might be like, oh, I love her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. Sorry, I digressed.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she has too many. That was too much for a person. Like, I couldn't go into a relationship with a person with 10 dogs. I can give you one. I might give you two.
Yeah.
But I'm not giving you 9.
Well, 2 is the tops for Great Danes. Like, it depends on the breed. Like, if it's Vanessa's dog,
2 dogs is 2 dogs.
I did have 3
More
at
than
one
2
time.
dogs is that's too much. 3, that's too much.
But if she's a breeder, then doesn't she give them away and stuff?
Yeah, she sells them and makes money off of it. That's her job.
But right now she had wait. She can't. Where are they?
They're at her parents' house.
Yeah.
The puppies, they brought the main dog to the apartment, but the puppies are at her parents' house.
So I think he's attached to the main one.
Yeah, he likes that dog. Yeah, he
likes that dog, but he's like, get rid of the other ones, and I don't blame him on that one. I don't like the way
the main wife.
her.
That's the problem.
What'd you say, Chris?
He's not attached to the main wife.
Well, you right on that one.
Well, that's it.
He needs to have sex.
No, it's not it. We got Chris and Nicole. Which will be quick.
I mean,
was it anything
solid?
I do like the fact that he's standing up a little bit more for himself, like wearing those goddamn flamingo shirts. He's like, yeah.
But she's also very cognizant too of not trying to run over him. She's very aware, and that's what I like. I really do like her. She wants that
pushback. She wants that push. That's what she's complaining about now, that he's not pushing back enough. And he's kind of like, maybe, I'm telling you, just need to just put a cigarette on him. Sorry. He needs it. No, I know, of course not. But I'm saying, but he needs to at least stand up for himself, say, you know what, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this. You should do this, I know he's soft, and I know he's very emotional, and this, that, and the other, and whatever you want, honey, you're beautiful. But I did like the fact that he said, "Oh, what did he say that he didn't like?" He said, "I don't really usually like bigger girls," or didn't the same thing that Clint
said. That was the preview of next week.
That was the preview, so
I know.
That's not going to go down.
That he said that, I was like, because he's not all like, you're the greatest thing in the world. He's like,
But again, why?
But again, don't read into it. Again, it's the preview. Don't read into it, because we don't know. Again, they want to set us up for this fuckery. But
her facial expression said,
but her facial expression can turn in an instant when he says that to her, and she can be like, I'm gonna predict it right now. When that scene happens, because everybody's all fired up about it, I think when that scene happens, she's gonna give him a side eye, because I would too. But I think she's gonna be like, you know what? I get that. I think it's overblown, and I think she is gonna curve it, and she's gonna be like, I get that.
I mean, I'm the only one I think I'm the only one that says that they're gonna stay together, right? You guys said that they were gonna.
Now
together.
Yeah, they're not going to stay together.
Oh, it was Tanya. Tanya, you said everybody was going down.
I said everybody's going down, and I still think Chris is going to not want to. I don't know. It depends. I'm still on the fence with them, because I like the fact that her friends were talking to Chris, and basically told him, don't let her bully you,
Mhm.
and don't be a pushover. And I think reading his facial expressions when they were saying it, I think he was kind of like he was in his thoughts, like, do I really want to deal with this for the rest of my life? But I think it might work out. This week, I'm going to lean on they're going to make it. I think that they are going to work. They're going to do the work. I think Nicole is in this. I think she is going to do the work. It's going to take Chris to do something drastic. And it ain't even going to be him saying that, she's just too thick for his taste. Because again, that's fixable. You can
unless she doesn't want any kids. That's the only thing. If she says, I absolutely don't want any kids, and he wants like 4 or 5,
Sure.
That'll be the breaking point.
Yep. So Vanessa, you're right. I think it's going to, the downfall for Chris and Nicole is going to be what they want. I don't think it's going to be, was not used to being with a thick girl. I think it's going to come down to what they want for their future. If they can solidify that, they'll be the only couple standing. But right now, I've already got it down. 1 down. And next week, I'm prepared to put 2 down, 3 down, 4 down, and 5 down. And it's going to be a wrap. And I'm going to do my dance again. It's a wrap.
So on Twitter, they're saying, I'm starting to think Arris's cousin is a chick he dated in high school who's been around for so long that he started calling her his cuz, and she's waiting for him to want her again.
Oh, that's
only Jasmine received as much eye contact as much as Arris made with his cousin. I said, this belongs to the streets. And then someone said, let's go and wrap the season up. Divorces for everybody.
Oh yeah, it's divorces for everybody.
And then I'm very much like Positive Vibes only versus I'm a good person.
Yes.
Peas in a pod.
Exactly.
I saw that. I don't know.
I agree.
Positive Vibes? What positive vibes did Dominique give? She didn't give any positive vibes.
None.
She is not. Listen, you can't compare her to old girl there.
Alyssa was mean.
Alyssa was just terrible.
No,
you can't compare her to Alyssa.
I'm a good person. That's just what she said. I'm a good person. Alyssa, you're not a good person. And she said, I'm positive. I'm nothing about positive vibes.
Okay, I got what you're saying.
Dominique was nothing about positive vibes.
Yeah.
Not saying that they're the same type of person, but what they said about themselves was not true at all.
Oh, okay, I got you. Because she's not chill as she thinks she is. She's definitely not.
Yeah.
I don't like how Jasmine is holding on to the man who doesn't want her.
I mean, they all present well. Like when they were sitting at that luncheon or whatever, or their potluck. I mean, they all presented well. I peeped that Arris and Jasmine were holding hands.
Mm-hmm.
Clint and Gina were like coupled up. Everybody was coupled up
with their coordinating colored cups. They all had their their cups matching their outfits.
They're all faking the funk. Listen, this is why I stan Dom, because Dom's like, I'm out. I'm not. Dom was not playing. She's like, I got to go. I just don't want to see them.
I feel like the only one that would probably be hurt though is Jasmine. I feel like everybody else, they'll walk away and they'll know it. But I feel like she'll be hurt by it.
I think Shaquille will be hurt too.
I think Shaquille and Dom are going to be the ones that are going to be hurt and out of this.
I kind of think that Shaquille is reading her more than what we see, and I think he's going to know where they're going before they actually get to the decision day, and he's going to say no.
I agree.
He's going to say no.
He'll say no.
Someone said Gina feels like she's stuck in an imaginary box, which is ironic because she's dressed like a mime.
Stop it. Oh my God, y'all. She needs to go to Paris. She'll be good. All right. So enough about that.
Personality in Kirsten's apartment. This is funny.
Listen, enough about that. All I'm going to say to you guys is I watched, and I know there's been multiple seasons, but I just started the latest season of Married at First Sight UK.
I told you it was good.
I watched,
listen to
I
me.
watched it in London.
Girl, listen, all I'm going to say is the Brits got it down.
Did they have the gay guys on that season?
Yes, I watched episode 1 yesterday, and I'm going to queue up episode 2. Well, no, I'll watch episode 2 over the weekend because I'm
Where'd
going
you
back.
watch it? What season are you watching?
I'm watching the latest season, season 7.
Okay.
With Crazy Whitney, Miss Black Whitney.
Yeah.
That is, I wanted to literally sucker punch her in the throat at that wedding with her nice husband Duca. I was embarrassed for him and her. I wanted to drop kick them.
Wait for it.
Right in the neck.
Wait for it about him. What are you laughing at?
This is no shade, but this is all I see when Nicole is on the screen.
Oh, damn. That's not nice. That is not nice.
Nice.
So
All I'm going to say is that the USA. Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
Arris ridiculed Jasmine about wearing shoes in the house, but he's okay with his friends doing it.
Again, I've said this before. He's such a hypocrite.
Yep.
Like, if you don't want shoes in the house,
He don't like her.
no shoes in the house.
I mean, I think he likes her as a person. He just don't want her. He just don't want her.
He don't want her. He don't want to fuck her. That's it. That's the end. That's the end all. I think if she came at him, and Chris, I agree with you. He should have sex with her because it might be the best sex he has ever had in his whole life.
That's what he's afraid of. I think that's what he's afraid of, being saddled with 9 dogs and you know.
Are they really afraid of having the best sex ever?
Because that means he can't be his single 39-year-old not wanting to ever be in love self again. Because he doesn't want to fall in love. Because he has his daddy by his bedside that he wants. You know, he's just afraid of. By the way, this woman said, if Dominique and McKinley are over, I don't want to see them anymore. This show is called Married at First Sight, not Single After the First Glimpse.
That's it. Yeah, we can't see them anymore, and I'll be pissed. Like, I want to see them at the reunion. I don't care for the remainder of the season when these couples are going through their things. Dominique and Mac don't need to be there. Period. End of story. But the reunion, obviously, because we got to see a little update or what have you. I don't want to see them on the after party. I don't want to see them for nothing until the reunion.
New rule: you divorce before the 8 weeks, we don't want to see you on the rest of the season.
Period.
That's what someone said.
Period.
I hope they don't do it the same as they did with Alyssa and them. That was just a drag.
It was.
It was a drag,
Oh
and it was just mean.
It was just.
It was mean.
But they had to get something out. I mean, she was ready to go the first night. She didn't even stay in the same room with him. So they got married, and that was it.
No, she saw him at the altar, and she was done.
Mm-hmm.
And they should have just let her go. And I think they antagonized it and made it worse. The producers.
Yeah, but I mean, they got to do that because it's, you know, makes good for good TV. It is what it is.
All right.
Anyway, I think we're good.
All right.
So
Let me go back to babysitting my
yes,
grandson.
we
He's
love
sleeping
you.
right
Thank you, girl. Anyway,
He's asleep. Yeah.
thank God we didn't wake him up with all of our loud ass mouths.
Well,
All right,
you
see
guys.
Love you guys. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you.